How we doing today, guys? This is Ryukin at FlashKenComics and Superman issue number 15, written by Brian Michael Bendis, penciled by Ivan Reese, and then inks was done by Joe Perdo and Eau Claire Albert. Sorry if I butchered your name, guys, and a whole bunch of other cool people at DC Comic Books. So, like I said, I'm Ryukin, and this is FlashKenComics. We have issue number 15. With a little bit of the Legion of Superheroes. Not much, not a big altercation, or big conversation at that. With the whole Superman and Supergirl and General Zod and all the characters that you have with the Legion of Superheroes. So it's kind of funny the way that how this plays. Supposedly the Legion of Superheroes gets there a little early, and there's kind of like a oops, like we kind of missed the ball on that one, and it's kind of funny. But more importantly, what we see is the conversation between Jonathan Kent and Irma, Saturn Girl, and it's kind of cool to see them talk and how she propositions him to go into the future. But even more than that, I think with the way that they play with Jonathan Kent's age and the way that Saturn Girl has been dramatically changed and she's not in Doomsday Clock anymore, I think there might be a little bit of a relationship that they might try to play there in the future instead of it being Superman like it was back in the day in those comics. And it's really good. Also, we get to see how they wrap up the story with Rogo Zar, and Adam Strange actually comes in and drops like a kind of a real big bomb on Clark Kent, Superman, as he says to him that his father was sentenced and kind of condemned because of he actually created Rogalzar, the Kryptonian cells. It's a war monster that he unleashed out into the world, and now they're making him pay for that, which is kind of Brian Michaels Bendis' way of just taking this character that was brought in during the rebirth and now just finishing him up like he's done. I don't think there shall be any stories of Jarrell, and it's kind of a sad, but it's kind of that moment where it's like, oh shit, it's like this is getting real, and they do it in such a cool way. Like they just don't like just kill him outright. They actually throw him back in the past, and he dies the way he was supposed to, which is on Krypton. And we get this cool little moment of where he's talking to his younger self for a split second, as in telling him that Superman, Kal-El will become a hero, and it's a nice little send off. Try to find that page real quick. So we get this nice little touching moment. Just a nice page of a couple panels, and that's all you really need. And that's pretty much the story. What we do get to see is we don't get to see Jonathan Kent leave just yet. He actually has got to go home and ask his mom's permission, and that's kind of funny because you would expect him just to jump off and leave to the future, but you forget that he has to wrap up things with his mom, get his mom's permission, so she don't freak out because a lot of things have already happened with him if you haven't read the other Superman issues. I'm going to be jumping back on those stories and kind of giving you a little filler and explainer on my point of view on things that I liked about those issues. Other than that, this has been my take on it. And if you didn't see last month's Supergirl variant, this was it. I'm going to jump into this story as well as the new issue of Supergirl and see what her take is on the whole, Jonathan Kent dealing with the Legion of Superheroes. Alright. Have a good day, guys.